Hello guys, welcome back to Tactical Trafford, and today we want to answer one big question. Is Matthijs de Ligt actually back to being in his best form under Ruben Amorim in Manchester United? The new season has begun and Matthijs de Ligt has begun the season in a very good form. He has started the season with 4 wonderful performances, especially his performance against Viktor Gyökeres, against Arsenal in the opener in the Premier League. And today we want to break down all the characteristics of Matthijs de Ligt so far in this season, starting with his defensive prowess, his improved passing range, his decision making, and his scanning ability. So guys, let's dive into this video together and analyze all the abilities of Matthijs de Ligt in Manchester United. So guys, before we talk about any characteristics of Matthijs de Ligt so far this season, let's actually talk about how he has helped Manchester United in the first phase, because this is the most important phase. And let's also state that before Ruben Amorim became the coach of Manchester United, Matthijs de Ligt was used to play in back four when he was in Juventus, when he was in Bayern Munich, when he was in his Ajax days, when he was still young. He was used to playing a back four. He has never played a back three before, unless when he was in Juventus, he played the back three once. But this was not a position that, or a formation that really suited the kind of player that Matthijs de Ligt was. But since Ruben Amorim became the coach of Manchester United, Matthijs de Ligt has been playing in the back three, and he has been playing either in the right central back role or in the CCB role. But since Ruben Amorim took over, he has largely played in the CCB role, and this is an area he not really comfortable in playing, because he's going to be playing in the CCB role enables you, or requires of you, to play with your back to go. You have to, engineer every build-up phase of the team. You have to help in beating the press of the opposition team, and this was what Matthijs de Ligt was tasked with last season, and he made a lot of errors, he made a lot of mistakes. He was really not used to this position. He was really not used to playing with his back to go. But since the preseason began, Matthijs de Ligt has been transformed to an absolutely different player. He has been really crucial to how Manchester United wants to play in the build-up phase, particularly in the Arsenal game. Was really crucial to how Manchester United wanted to play. He was very crucial in bypassing every press of the Arsenal team. So this actually implies that Matthijs de Ligt is beginning to be comfortable in this CCB role, and is becoming the player that Ruben Amorim wants to take over the CCB role for Manchester United. So guys, let's actually talk about the defensive prowess of Matthijs de Ligt. One of the biggest shifts of Matthijs de Ligt this season is actually his defensive ability. Last season, Matthijs de Ligt was really inconsistent with his tackles. Most of the times he's too early stepping into tackles, stepping into challenges, and most of the times he leads to unnecessary fouls. But this season, you're going to find out that his tackling is more refined. He gets into the right tackles, he makes the right challenge with a lot of precision, and Matthijs de Ligt has been really crucial for Manchester United this season. He's been making the right tackles, he's been making the right challenges. He's been really good for Manchester United this season, even when it comes to pushing up high, defending high, jumping into midfield zones, actually enable the press of the opposition team to be nullified. Matthijs de Ligt has been doing his job actually very well, and when you look at the statistics, you're going to find out that he's also doing very well. He's making 2.3 tackles per 90 minutes. He also has an interception rate per 90 minutes of 1.9, and he also boasts of a dual success rate of tackles of over 70%. That actually tells you that Matthijs de Ligt is actually refining to be one of the best Premier League midfielders. He also has 17 interceptions so far in the Premier League, alongside Virgil van Dijk for Liverpool. Matthijs de Ligt has been really doing well when it comes to his defensive prowess. He's beginning to mature into the kind of proactive player that Ruben Amorim wants, because Ruben Amorim likes his defenders to be really proactive, to be able to defend high, to jump into tackles in midfield zones, and Matthijs de Ligt has been really doing that. He's been really solid for Manchester United defensively. He's been doing his job, he's been pushing up high. He's been really crucial to how Manchester United want to defend, and how Ruben Amorim wants his defenders to actually defend to help the midfield solidity. So guys, let's talk about the ability of Matthijs de Ligt to jump into midfield tackles this season. You're going to find out that all the videos I've made has been complaining of this particular characteristics, or this particular behavior that Manchester United defenders always exhibit. They are usually scared to press high up the pitch, and when they press high up the pitch and the Manchester United midfielders lose the ball, they are very quick to jump back to try to protect the goal, instead of jumping into those tackles and winning those balls. And most of the times last season, you're going to find out that the players were really confused. They did not know when to jump high, they did not know when to sit back and react to situations. And this is something that Matthijs de Ligt has really proved in this season. Instead of sitting back and reacting and doing nothing, he's actually very comfortable now and confident in jumping into tackles, intercepting the midfield play of the opposition team, and making sure that the attackers doesn't turn. And this has really made the pressing structure of Ruben Amorim to run sweetly because of the ability of Matthijs de Ligt were actually to jump into tackles, to win tackles high up the pitch, because this is the way the midfield can be able to be preserved. This is the way you can be able to break the opposition press and make the structure of Manchester United to be effective. The defenders need to be brave enough to jump into tackles in the midfield areas, and this is something that Matthijs de Ligt has really excelled in Manchester United in the past 4 games. So guys, let's actually talk about the improvement of Matthijs de Ligt on the ball. One of the situations that actually hampered how Ruben Amorim wanted to play last season and the fluidity of his backline is that the defenders were playing the ball too slow. They were refining the ball at the back too slow. So it makes it very easy for teams to, be compact against Manchester United, to stop the structure or the build-up phase, the first phase of the Manchester United play. But this season, you're going to find out that Matthijs de Ligt has improved in his ball playing abilities. Matthijs de Ligt was a player that was never really good when it comes to playing with the ball. Like, he was never really the best ball playing defender in the world, but you're going to find out that under Ruben Amorim, he's beginning to develop, he's beginning to improve, he's beginning to attempt more line breaking passes, unlike last season. Matthijs de Ligt was very predictable. He was used to playing short passes, sideways passes, or passes that are too safe. But this season, you're going to find out that he's taking more risks, he's playing more line breaking passes to the midfield, which is helping the defense line of the United to be able to break the pressing structure of the opposition team. So this is something that was really lacking for Manchester United this last season. They were too predictable. The backline was not fluid enough to break the opposition press. But this season we are seeing a completely different Manchester United. Matthijs de Ligt is beginning to play. He's becoming more comfortable on the ball. He has a pass accuracy this season of 89% with over 7 progressive passes per 90 minutes. That actually tells you that Matthijs de Ligt has really improved a lot on the ball and is becoming that confident player in the decisively role that Amorim really wants. So let's talk about the scanning ability of Matthijs de Ligt. You're going to find out that majority of the times last season, both Harry Maguire and Matthijs de Ligt, they panicked a lot whenever the ball came to them with their back to goal, because they were not checking their shoulders more frequently. They were not self-aware enough to know the kind of role, how delicate the role they are playing are. But you're going to find out that this season Matthijs de Ligt checks his shoulders more frequently, which enables him to make more quicker and smarter decisions. So whenever he's being pressed, he doesn't panic anymore. He's becoming that central anchor that Ruben Amorim wants for his central back position. He's beginning to check his shoulder more frequently. He's beginning to be more comfortable playing with his back to goal. He's beginning to scan more frequently to make more wiser decisions in that role. That is why if you find that this season, games that Matthijs de Ligt has started as the central back for Manchester United this season, you're going to find out that it is hard for the opposition team to really press us or to really stop our build-up phase, because Matthijs de Ligt has mastered the art of playing that position. He has mastered the art of being more self-aware of the situation around him. So this was something that Matthijs de Ligt was really lacking last season. He was not checking his shoulders frequently. He was being caught off guard, especially in the Viktor Gyökeres game. You're going to see below, you're going to find out that he was not really checking his shoulders enough, and even when he was checking his surrounding enough, he was not really comfortable on the ball more. But you're going to find out that there's a lot of changes when it comes to the overall play of Matthijs de Ligt. So guys, in as much as we are going to talk about all the characteristics of Matthijs de Ligt and how he has improved, we also have to touch on the effect Amorim has had on Matthijs de Ligt. You're going to find out that a lot of the credit needs to go to Ruben Amorim, because this was a player that actually looked very lost. He did not know he had a defined or specific role for Manchester United, but right now he's becoming the defensive commander that Manchester United thought they had bought initially from Bayern Munich. You're going to find out that Matthijs de Ligt has really improved a lot because of the role that Ruben Amorim has placed Matthijs de Ligt. It has brought out his characteristics, he has brought out his personality, it has brought out his leadership quality, it has brought out his confidence on the ball. I'm going to find out that it has also brought out his physicality. So the 3 characteristics that Matthijs de Ligt has been lacking so far since he has left Ajax Football Club, Ruben Amorim, because of this central back position, Ruben Amorim has unlocked that particular characteristics in Matthijs de Ligt, and that is why he's beginning to show that he's going to be a very good player for Manchester United in the future. So guys, if you find this video very interesting, I want you guys to like, to share, to subscribe to Tactical Trafford, as I'll be giving you guys more tactical in-depth on all the players of Manchester United. So see you guys in my next video.